I started university as Josh. Pretty much, I cut my life and then started over. That was the whole point. Because my life up until that point had been pretty much a lie. Like hiding behind a mask, pretending I was happy, pretending everything was fine. And that was all wrapped up in that name and that identity. Discovering who you are, it's acknowledging your past, remembering who that is. It's the same as looking at your forebears. Who are they? Where do they come from? Where do I come from? And that's the thing, for me, it's the same concept. Who I was then and who I am now, they are intertwined forever. And if someone calls me by that name, I'm just like, look, my name's Josh. Who you remember and who I am are two completely different people. And 9 times out of 10 people get it. They're like, oh, okay, cool, sweet. It's probably the foundation of mistakes that have helped create the foundation I'm on today, which is a lot more solid, a lot more in control. Being able to be confident and being able to say those things, which is really hard in the beginning, like correcting people. I always got my friends on behalf of me to correct them because I would freak out. But over time, that kind of stuff gets a lot easier. It takes a lot of practice. It's difficult, but once people start getting it and they can even, like, people start to self-correct and you'll hear them slip up and be like, oh, and continue their sentence. And when someone you've spent your entire life knowing can actually acknowledge and do that, it shows that they respect you. People that aren't willing to change a group of noises that you use to get someone else's attention, if they're not prepared to change that, they're disrespecting you. And it's being able to be like, look, this is the way it is. You can either respect me or disrespect me, but if you disrespect me, I'm not going to tolerate it. And that's real hard too. A lot is tied up in a name. A lot, relationships, family, gender, it's all intertwined and interlinked. And sometimes really hard to separate. Like, especially with parents. They had 9 months of, this is my baby. Well, this is what we're going to name our baby. And names, they're a sacred thing. They're very precious. But they are a name someone has given you. And it can be a legacy. It can be a family name. Tied up with that are all the hopes, dreams, and aspirations they have for this precious little thing that, is theirs. I do empathise with parents and having that shift, because one way of looking at it is they have to go through a grieving process and grieve for the loss of that child that they've named, and there's a lot of uncertainty surrounding trans issues and gender and where to, what to, how to. And so while they're grieving the loss of this person, there's also the joy of new life, but as the trans person yourself, affording them that time to grieve that loss, because it's massive. I mean, if it takes them months, years, if it's about balance, because there's respecting you and then there's just taking the piss. When people are doing it out of malice and just to garner a reaction or get a bite out of you, best bit of advice is to just be like, whatever. Because after a while, the name that they're calling you isn't going to match the way you present at all. they're the ones that are going to end up looking a bit stupid. And what I've realised is, over time, those people kind of eventually disappear out of your life. If they don't reconcile who you are and your new identity and everything about you, they kind of fall by the wayside. And I mean, they stop getting invited to places. But I mean, if it's family, it's a little bit different. But yeah, it's being able to see it for what it is and call it out for what it is, but at the same time finding the balance of time. Questions and comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.